Rachel is going to be all right. The knife damaged her brachial artery, but didn't cut it. She's out of surgery, and now she's resting. Chloe, what happened?
I don't know. Everything happened so fast. That guy you have a file on. Damon Merrick. Why does he hate you so much?
I know exactly who Damon Merrick is. Start over and tell me everything. Did you and Rachel try to contact Sera? I'm not going to chastise or blame you, Chloe, but I need the whole story.
So, I got my dealer to meet us, since he knows Sera.
Frank Bowers.
Yeah, that's right. But Damon showed up with him.
What did Merrick want?
I think he wanted to scare us, so he'd stop asking questions about his business.
Is that how it became violent?
It was actually Rachel who got angry. She was furious that he wouldn't tell her where Sera was.
This is exactly what I've been afraid of. Rachel won't let anything stop her.
It wasn't only that. She was already angry about Damon pushing me around.
She is like her mother. Quick-tempered, rash. I've always been afraid of losing her the way I lost Sera. What happened next?
Damon had a knife out, and we all could see it. But then he said something that pissed Rachel off. And she just grabbed a piece of wood and hit him. And then he stabbed her. I keep thinking that maybe I could have done something, but when he attacked her, I just froze.
It's not your fault.
And Frank held him off so we could get to the truck. I heard a scream, but I don't know what happened. And then we were here.
I appreciate you telling me the truth. I'll see if I can pull some strings with Ray. Maybe get you back into Blackwell.
What if Rachel still wants to meet Sera?
After all this, I'm hoping she'll finally see reason. I was told that if Rachel had arrived only a few minutes later, she might not have, Thank you, Chloe. You saved my world. It will be some time before Rachel wakes up. I promise. I'll let you know when she does.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey,
Steph, how's Drew?
pretty good. Miss Amber just told me Rachel's going to be okay. I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Well, our room's just down the hall. You should come by.
Okay. Sure. Definitely. I don't think I can sit still any longer. Might as well stretch my legs while I wait for Rachel to wake up. Damn, are these all firefighters? Mom brought so many of these home when Dad died, and not a single one described how I felt. Frank's business must be booming. Shit. I really hope he's okay. One more hour of waiting, and I would have read that. Oh, shit. I know those guys.
This doesn't look like the maternity wing.
There's a sign for the prenatal class.
I can't believe we're finally doing this. I'm so excited.
You're gonna be a good dad.
Guess I'm glad we stole their wine. This poster seems to be missing some context. What to draw, what to draw. Okay, nurses. The world wants to know. What's so funny? Cue laugh track. Cue laugh track. Come on. Not that I have any coins anyway. Oh man. Jackpot. Yes. I want like 20 more of those. I think this vending machine could be improved. Oh yeah, I get it.
Nurse, I'll need my forceps to extract this baby Ruth.
Sean Prescott. What's he writing to the hospital about? Is this for real?
Administrator Hofstadter, one of your current patients is Andrew North, a student at Blackwell Academy who was injured on school grounds. As the physical safety of its students is a core responsibility of any school, Blackwell has failed Mr. North in this instance. I would therefore like to personally, and I stress anonymously, cover his medical expenses. If I may be of assistance in speeding the process, do not hesitate to contact me. Sean Prescott. Followed up on 5/9.
I wonder if Damon Merrick classifies as a biohazard. He's definitely human waste. Is this Drew's room? Is that Mikey and Drew's dad? I wonder how he's doing.
All right, then. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. North.
That's me. And you are?
I'm Chloe.
You here to see Drew?
Yeah. How are things going?
Oh, you know how it is. Ups and downs. Drew's hurt, of course. But there's other things going well for us. I'm moving back into my old apartment in 2.5 hours. I don't know if you know this, but Mikey's been crashing at Drew's dorm.
Oh?
I had a bit of trouble with work. And it's all been pretty hard. Anyway, Drew managed to scrape together enough to get me back on my feet.
I'm glad things are starting to work out then.
Hold on. You said you were Chloe. Mikey's mentioned you a few times now. I have a question maybe you can answer.
Sure.
Both of those boys have been acting a little, well, guilty lately. Yeah, I've been spending most of my time looking for work. I'm worried I missed something important. Do you know if anything's going on with them?
You should probably ask Drew. I don't really know any details. I do know that whatever it is, they did it because they wanted to help you.
Thanks, Chloe. They actually have helped me out. Money-wise. We're a family, you know? We deal with things together. Oh, excuse me.
Hey!
You made it.
Oh. Hey, Chloe.
Hey, Drew. So, what have you been doing all day?
Not much. Homework. Hanging out with my dad. Dealing with the dumb jokes about the plate in my leg.
Sorry to hear it.
It's all good.
Love the hair, by the way.
Pretty cool.
I figured it might fit with my new barbarian look. You know, a war paint.
Awesome.
Nerds.
Hey, any news about Rachel? Her mom seemed hopeful.
Rachel's stable. She'll probably wake up soon.
How'd she get hurt?
You'll think I'm joking when I tell you, but I'm not.
What happened?
She got stabbed in the arm by Demon fucking Merrick.
Seriously? It wasn't because of me, was it?
No, not at all. If anything, I should have thought about what happened to you before getting Rachel involved.
That's crazy.
Fuck that guy. I wish I could get my hands on him.
Drew, chill out, okay?
headed out. Everything okay in here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't have too much fun now. Try to keep it appropriate for the hospital.
Bye, Dad.
See ya, Pops.
Man. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned Damon. Rachel's gonna be up soon. Should probably head over when I'm ready. Those must be from Steph's parents. Damn. Drew looks really low. Damn. An 8 out of 10. I wonder if Drew will ever play again. Look at that. Wells being nice for a change.
Drew, I would like to express my deepest condolences for your injuries. I strive to make Blackwell a safe and welcoming place for all students. I realize now that in many ways I have failed to do that. I want you to know that the students and faculty are rooting for your speedy recovery. Your absence will be felt by all here at Blackwell. I have made sure that your coaches are ready to accommodate any recovery needs you may have. As for the matter that you were injured on Blackwell grounds, I can't help but feel personally responsible. I have begun to look for new security personnel. If there is anything I can do to make you feel more safe upon your return, please do not hesitate to let me know. Sincerely, Principal Ray Wells.
It's nice that Mikey and Steph seem to be staying here all day. I think the football team needs thicker helmets. Yep. Definitely too many concussions.
Drew's been in a lot of pain today.
That'll be an interesting read.
Hey. Sorry for losing it there. It's nice of you to come by.
Feel better. I mean, no pressure. I know it's gonna take a while.
You know what? I'm kind of tired.
Oh, right. I'll leave you alone. Ooh, I want to eat that right now.
What do you think you're doing?
You don't want that pudding, right? I'll take it off your hands for you.
Over my dead body.
Wonder if a little friendly competition will cheer Drew up. Let's see if I can convince Drew that I need the pudding more than he does. Good thing we're in a hospital, 'cause they'll know exactly what to do with your corpse.
Oh.
You don't scare me, Chloe Price.
Know what's scary? The shit they put in cafeteria pudding. Animal connective tissue causes cancer.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat this pudding, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I get it. You eat your feelings. Whatever stops the tears, man.
If you loved pudding as much as I do, you might understand.
If you love something, let it go. It's the noble thing to do.
No, that's something losers say.
Takes one to know one.
Huh?
I heard about last year's state championship.
Sports ball burn.
She's not gonna quit, is she?
Okay, I give in. We can share it.
All right, but don't get used to it.
Sucker.
Why are you even in my room?
So good. Mission accomplished. Hey, can I sign your cast?
Go for it.
Something encouraging. But not too encouraging. There you go.
Thanks a lot.
Anytime.
You owe me big time for that pudding.
All right. I'm gonna head out.
It was really great to see you, Chloe.
Agreed. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Next time, you better bring me a snack.
Next time, for sure.
Oh, and Chloe?
Yeah?
Tell Rachel we're rooting for her.
You bet.
Hey, just heard the fire went out.
Went out? You mean it's controlled?
No, it's completely out. It extinguished itself.
How could that be?
Hell if I know.
Those guys look exhausted. Unless you get stabbed.
Everything about this fire has been atypical.
No kidding.
Are you sure you heard right? Wildfires don't extinguish themselves.
I'm just glad we don't have to go back out there.
No visitors. Huh?
You didn't have to bring me ice cream.
Is that Samantha Myers?
I feel bad.
Holy shit. Is that Nathan Prescott?
It wasn't your fault. I'm a klutz.
God. Nathan and Samantha together? What have I done?
I should have seen that biker, though.
I just think it's sweet you wanted to take my photograph.
I'm so relieved that Rachel's
I think it
awake.
came out really well, too.
I should see her right away.
You see it.
Wow. Rachel's mom does not look okay. Hey.
Chloe, I can't even express thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm a wreck. I stepped out to get some air. Rachel doesn't need me crying in front of her. Your hair. I almost didn't notice it.
Oh. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
I bet Rachel loves it. I can't imagine what I would do if we lost her.
Me too.
You've grown so close, haven't you?
Yeah. It's weird to think we just met a few days ago.
When you meet someone who changes everything, you just know.
Well, hang in there, Mrs. Amber.
I will.
Dad, I'm glad that you're here.
Me too, Rachel.
It really hurts.
Shh. The pain will pass. Chloe's here. You want me to stay?
No. I'll be okay. Thanks, Dad.
I'll come back in a little while.
My guardian angel.
How are you?
Not great. Better with you here.
Rachel, I'm sorry.
What? What for?
You're here because of me. Because I choked back there in the junkyard.
What? Shut up.
You were so fierce and I just froze. God, I fucked it up. And I'm so sorry.
And you saved my life. You saved my life.
I almost lost you. I can't believe I almost...
You're not getting rid of me that easy.
Good. Happy that your dad's here.
I mean, I'm still mad at him for everything he's done. But it felt so good to lean on him. He's my dad, you know? I felt completely safe.
Like on Mount Hood.
Would you do something for me?
Anything.
Sera. My mom. It's so weird to say. I'm not even sure what she is, honestly. But I think I still want to meet her.
Are you sure? She could be completely different than you imagine.
I'm sure.
I don't even know if she's still in Arcadia Bay. But if she is, will you find her, please?
You really want this, don't you?
I do, Chloe. I really do.
Then, of course. Whatever it takes.
I bet my dad has her number. Maybe in his office. Our house key's just under the mat. The code is 0722.
To your dad's office? 0722.
Yeah. My birthday.
I'll find her, Rachel. And then I'll tell her how fucking cool you are.
Thank you, Chloe. For everything.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey! Wait. Your hair, it's different.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice.
Nice balloon, I guess.
Yeah, it's for Drew. Were you just in there?
I'm actually here for Rachel.
What? Rachel's here? What happened?
I think she's keeping that private for now. She's okay, though.
Well, that's good. God, I guess I'll stop by after I see Drew.
She probably wants privacy.
Oh. Right, of course. Are you two in some kind of trouble? You can tell me if you are, you know. I won't judge.
What? I don't even know what you mean.
It's kind of weird that Rachel's being so private. Isn't it?
No, it's really not.
Chloe. I'm seriously worried about you.
Well, don't be.
I mean, you're hanging out with Rachel Amber a lot lately, right?
So what?
So, obviously, something is going on.
I swear, man. Everything's really okay.
Okay. I trust you. Just remember I'm here, okay? If you suddenly need something.
Thanks.
Oh. Hey, I almost forgot. Did you, write on my whiteboard?
I totally did, didn't I?
Yeah. I was, pretty sure that was your handwriting.
What did I write?
You called me a creeper.
Oh. I was probably messing with you. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah. Creepers aren't, that stuff's not cool.
Anyway, see you around.
Yeah. See you around, Chloe.
Hello? I need to search this office for any communication with Sera that can help me find her. If it can rain ash, I guess it could snow in LA. It's the big one. James has a file on Frank. I'd love to read this, but I've got to focus on finding Rachel's mom. Arcadia Bay's least wanted. More sherry. I guess getting your ass kissed comes with the DA territory. Even if James is trying to protect Rachel from her mother, this seems like a pretty terrible way to act.
James, this is enough. When you told me at the park that you weren't going to let me be a part of Rachel's life, of course I was angry, but I understood your need to protect her. It's your prerogative as a parent. But sending that man to talk sense into me, threaten me, you're losing the moral high ground here. What kind of way is that for a DA to act? What would the voters say? I have the right to meet my daughter, and the lawyer I spoke with agrees. But more importantly, Rachel has the right to know who her mother is, to know the truth. Do what you know is right. Sera.
James sure keeps lots of files on people. Sheldon. Why do I feel like I've heard that name before? What do we have here? I should check the computer, or some of those files laying around. Arcadia Bay's least wanted. James has a file on Frank. I'd love to read this, but I've got to focus on finding Rachel's mom. Best dad? That stuff is all politics anyway. Sweet. A secret key. Now to find the secret lock. Welcome to Shadyville. James's stamp collection. I have to know who James is talking to on the secret phone of his. It could be about Sera.
I'm told you can help me with my problem. Crossing the line, huh? Let's talk. We'll call tonight. I found who you were looking for. Call you in 15. Well? This isn't a charity. I'm gonna need you to do what we talked about. I can't. Sure you can, because I talked to your girl, and she has a big mouth. Turns out she's not so easy. We're going to need to be more hands-on. Don't hurt her. Relax, I've got my best guy on it. How's your daughter? You know she attacked me first, right? You really should teach her to behave better. Nothing? Guess you don't need this taken care of anymore.
James is working with Damon Merrick? This is insane. What were they talking about? Is the girl Damon's talking about Sera? Whatever is going on, I need to see if Damon knows where Sera is. But how do I get him to tell me? What do I say? Hope James actually has this evidence. Don't think Damon will tell me where Sera is. Unless I send him a picture. Shit. Which of these is Damon talking about? I could just take a wild guess and see what he says. Or maybe there's some info on the case hanging around the office. Huh. If TV has taught me anything, these babies will be swimming in DNA. Could this be the evidence? Damon and knives seem like a solid bet. Did Damon really shoot someone? Guess I shouldn't be surprised. Arcadia Bay's least wanted. If I can figure out how. How do I destroy a glove? Maybe I can burn it somehow. Sera sent all these letters, and James never gave them to Rachel? That's so messed up.
To my Rachel, my name is Sera, and I am your biological mother. The first thing you should know about me is that giving you up was the worst mistake I ever made. I was struggling with something at the time, something I've been battling with ever since. That battle has taken everything from me, most importantly you. But now I am in a place where I know I can be a part of your life. It is more than I deserve, I know, but I would love to try if you want to. Please take your time, and if you have anything to say, or any questions, hearing from you would mean the world. I love you very much, and I hope to meet you soon. Love, Sera. Dearest Rachel, I hope it's all right for me to write to you again. I haven't heard from you yet, and that's okay, it really is. I feel like I have so much to catch up on, you know? I don't remember much of my life. It's a symptom of the choices I've made. So much is lost. Except you. I remember everything about you. The crinkle of your nose, the depth of your eyes, the knowing smile that somehow made it seem like you'd seen it all before. I can call it up whenever I want, as clear as a summer day. I was so afraid that I would be a terrible mother to you, that I would screw you up the way I screwed up so much of my life. Now I know, of course, that my fear was wrong. Far worse than being a bad mother is never knowing what kind of mother I would have been. I am sorry. If you can find the courage to forgive me, maybe we can start over. I want to. With all my might, I want to. Love, Sera. Beautiful Rachel. I read somewhere, maybe a fortune cookie, that you can never step in the same river twice. Because after it moves, it's not really the same river anymore. It's something new. Do you think that's true? I try to picture you reading these letters. I wonder what your reactions are, how I might seem to you, this mystery mother. I don't blame you for not writing back. You will write when you are ready. I imagine your dad is still wary of all this. That's okay. James is protective of you, just as I would be, but he's also a kind and compassionate person. That was the problem, really. I wasn't cut out for him, or the life he wanted to give you. I knew it then, even when he didn't. I know we can never have the same relationship we should have had, but I hope we can have something new, together. I hope it so much. All my love, Sera.
The Sera in this letter, Doesn't seem anything at all like the person James told us about last night.
James, I understand your reluctance to let me speak with Rachel, but don't you think the decision should belong to her? Everything I have done over the past year has been to prove to you that I'm ready to be in Rachel's life. I've gone through rehab, I'm in recovery, and I am no longer in need of money or assistance. I know I can be a positive influence for her. I'm coming to Arcadia Bay in the hopes that we can at least meet to discuss this, so you can see how much I've changed. If you have any feelings left for me at all, you will give me a fair chance to prove myself to you, and hopefully to Rachel too. You were the love of my life once. Please don't take this away from me. Sera. Cease and desist. Dear Mr. Amber, I represent Sera Gearhart, lawful mother of Rachel Amber and petitioner for partial custody of Rachel Amber, her lawful daughter. Please take notice that Oregon law requires current guardians of minors to respond in good faith to any and all lawful petitions by parents to reestablish contact with their children. On behalf of my client, I hereby demand that you cease and desist from unlawfully denying contact between Sera Gearhart and Rachel Amber. You are now considered to be on notice that continuing refusal will result in a petition for suit filed under Oregon Family Law Statute 42.4b, Tillamook County Family Services. This letter constitutes your final notice on this matter. Sincerely, Kevin Shapiro, LLC.
So, this looks like Sera stopped cashing the checks James sent her. Guess he forgot to mention that during his story last night. Oof. Better not touch that again. Damn. I hope James has something here to tell me who Damon's informant is. So I need to find which of Damon's guys has been snitching. I should search around the office to see if there's any info to help me out.
Planning supper. What time do you think you'll be home? Don't wait for me. Sweetheart, we don't get enough family time as it is. Does Rachel want to join us? She's very welcome to. Mom, I just can't make it tonight. Sorry. Chloe, is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. Love you. Love you too.
Arcadia Bay's least wanted. Okay. If I'm going to accuse one of these guys, I'd better be sure I'm right. This guy let me into the mill. Cool dude. I totally knew this guy was a criminal when I stole from him. Could this douchebag be the snitch Damon's talking about? Guess this explains why Mr. Amber knows so much about Frank. Okay, there's no way that Frank is snitching on Damon.
But I love learning about his badass loitering charge. This is that freak from the mill. Wonder what Damon would think of his very cooperative comment. I agree to aid the courts on future cases. That could be seen as a little snitchy. This guy let me into the mill. Cool dude. Hope James doesn't really get Damon off the hook. That dude's gotta pay. I totally knew this guy was a criminal when I stole from him. Payment? Fuck. Here's hoping James already has Damon's money. But where would it be? I wonder if this has anything to do with Damon's stash. Holy shit. That must be thousands of dollars. No wonder Damon wants it so bad. Fuck, that's Sera.
And she's at the mill. What is he doing to her? Holy shit. Does James even know what he's doing? Okay, I still have time. Damon's waiting for his money, right? He wouldn't do anything to her. Yet. Fuck. I need to get there fast.
Chloe?
Elliot?
Hey!
Elliot, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? This is Rachel's house, right?
Did he really just follow me here?
Did you follow me from the hospital?
I did. I'm worried about you.
I'm fine. You're the one acting crazy. You shouldn't be here.
Chloe, what is... Ah!
Elliot, put that down. You have no idea what you're dealing with.
And you do? Chloe, God, what have you gotten yourself into?
You wouldn't understand.
Give me a chance. What the hell are you doing?
I can't tell you, but obviously this is pretty serious shit. That's why I need to leave right now.
You mean serious for Rachel, right? But you're the one putting yourself in danger. Again! I'm so sick of you not seeing who Rachel really is. When will you realize what she's doing to you?
Elliot, just take a step back.
No. You need to listen to me. What has your relationship with her gotten you?
You don't know what you're talking about.
First night you hang out, what happens? You end up in a fight.
You don't know what you're talking about. Rachel saved my ass.
I'm sure that's how it seemed to you.
Stop suggesting that she's somehow bad
The
for...
next day she convinces you to skip school. Magically, she barely gets in trouble. And you get expelled.
I took the fall because I wanted to. Rachel tried to protect me.
Yet somehow, it all worked out for her in the end, as usual.
You don't understand. You weren't there.
Was she protecting you when she made you take part in a play you didn't want to be in?
Seriously, man. You need to shut the fuck up before...
I've been quiet long enough. Look, Rachel is an amazing actress. And I don't mean on stage. She's fake. You're real. And I hate to see her manipulate you like this.
Elliot, I promise. No one is manipulating me.
No? Just look where you are now. A high school dropout. Hanging out with criminals and breaking into houses. It's crazy. It just as easily could have been you in that hospital today. If that ever happened...
Dude, you know you sound a little stalkerish right now?
Stalking is defined as repeated unwanted interactions. How long have my interactions been unwanted?
Elliot.
I'm the one who cares about you, Chloe. Me, not Rachel. It's time you saw the truth.
What does that mean?
It means you're going to stop thinking about Rachel and pay attention to me now, for once.
Elliot, please.
I know you're upset, but...
I'm not upset! I'm trying to help you.
Elliot's gone full-blown crazy. I need to get the police to come without tipping him off.
Who was there for you? When Max left? When your dad died? No one else gave a shit about you except for me. We have a lot to talk about. And I don't care how long it takes. We're not leaving until you see that I'm right.
All right, Elliot. You want to talk so bad? Let's talk.
What's really going on here? You can tell me.
Here's what's going on. We're at the DA's house, and we should probably leave before he comes back.
Don't worry. With Rachel in the hospital, James isn't coming anytime soon. I'm talking about your situation. Rachel is dangerous. You need to realize that.
You're the one who's keeping me here. At the Arcadia Bay DA James Amber's house.
You're acting strange. What's going on?
What? Nothing.
What are you... Ugh, you bitch! Can't you see I just want to help you? You're going to assault me now? That's how far you'll go to protect Rachel? This is what I'm talking about.
No! You idiot!
What the fuck?
Better run, dickbag. Cops will be here any minute. So much destruction. All because Rachel got angry at her dad, who's been lying to her all her life. And he's still lying.
Hey, being a dad's tough.
That doesn't justify what he's done.
I'm just saying, I'd probably do anything to keep you safe.
Hey, Dad?
Yeah?
Did you ever lie to me? I don't mean telling me that ashtray I made for Mom wasn't a piece of crap. I mean, like, really lied about something that might hurt me to know.
What do you think?
I just don't know anymore. That's what makes it so horrible. James Amber, the perfect dad, and James Amber, the scheming asshole, would act exactly the same around Rachel.
Oh, sweetheart. You're a terrible liar, so I couldn't have been much better, right? Would you love me less?
I guess it depends on what it was.
That's the trouble, sweetheart. The truth's risky. And the idea of you loving me even a little less, I don't think I'd ever want to risk that. Are you really ready to hear the answer to your question?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Problem is, I'm dead. So how am I supposed to tell you anything?
I wish you'd told me. When you could have.
You don't like the perfect relationship we had?
I wish you'd lived long enough for us to fuck it up. No word. My ride, my tunes. Am I seriously going in to face Damon Merrick? All for Rachel? Am I crazy?
Hella crazy.
I'm glad you're here, Dad.
You don't want me to go?
No. I like the company. Besides, you don't want to miss this. Things are about to get real. Shit. Is that blood? Frank? Frank! Shit, this is bad. I'll get you help, Frank. But first, I've gotta help Rachel's mom. Where the hell is Sera? Don't tell me what to do. Glad to see the bone made it. No more beer. No more time. I've got to keep moving. A knife might not be a bad idea. Never thought I'd have to say that. I'm not afraid. Where's the homicidal drug dealer, Spooky Deerhead?
Everything's going to be just fine. Just a little longer, and all your troubles are going bye-bye.
What the fuck?
I just want to meet my daughter. Can't you understand? Why does he...
Daughter? Jesus. So that's what he's worried about. Can't let the public know. The mother of his daughter is some junkie.
I just want to see her. You don't have to...
Shut up. James Amber wants you out of the picture, so that's what's going to happen.
This is so messed up.
After all, no one believes a junkie.
No.
He said you've been sober a year. Respect. It's hard to kick this shit.
You can do this. Damon.
What the hell are you doing here?
I've got your money right here. The money James owes you.
How the fuck do you...
Run!
No one has to know. Just let her go, and I won't say...
No!
Talking's over.
Leave her alone!
Shut up. What the fuck? You boosted the DA's shit? Got my money? Burned the evidence? All that?
I'm just trying to help.
Get away from her!
I said shut the fuck up!
No.
Go to your fucking happy place.
Run.
Let this be a lesson, kid. Make good life choices, or you'll end up like her. Now, what do I do with...
Damon! What did you do?
I fucked you up good, didn't I? Guess you really don't know when to quit. Glad to see you back on your feet.
Chloe.
Frank.
You don't really want to do this again, do you? Okay. Then I don't want to do this again. Come on, man.
Fuck you.
Sera. Rachel. Your daughter. She... Sera?
Chloe Price.
Where's Frank? Where Damon?
Your friend, Frank, took care of Damon. You don't need to worry about them right now. Sit.
Sera, are you okay?
We need to talk about what happened.
I am so sorry for...
Rachel can never know.
What exactly can't Rachel know?
What James did. Hiring that thug. Shooting me up with...
He's a piece of shit. And I promise that...
Rachel can never know.
That's bullshit, Sera.
You're not listening.
Rachel deserves to know what happened to you.
No, she doesn't. Rachel deserves a loving father. A father who cares for her.
James is a liar.
James is a desperate man who loves his daughter. And she loves him. Tell her what happened here, and you'll take that away from her. Forever.
Don't you think the truth matters more?
The truth? What's so great about the truth, Chloe?
Why are you saying all this?
Because James is right. He's taken something from me that I might not ever get back. But he's right. I'm broken.
Everybody's broken, Sera.
Oh? Does everybody abandon their own child for 15 years? Does everybody take money to stay away?
You're here now. That's what matters.
What do you know?
I know Rachel needs you. I know loss. I lost my father 2 years ago.
How?
Car accident. He was picking up my mother from the grocery store, and a truck ran a red light, and that was it.
I'm sorry. You don't know what this is to me. Every pain, every fear, gone. No more sadness, no more grief. Why would anyone not want to feel that way? Ever.
I read your letter to James. You beat this before. You can beat it again.
No. I can't.
I recognize I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but I wish you could know how amazing Rachel is.
I know.
She's fearless. She's brilliant. and talented. And she feels so much. She's so strong.
She's had a good life. Raised in a loving home, given opportunities I could never give her.
At least talk to her. She's felt like something's been missing her whole life. She told me so. That something was you.
She didn't miss anything. She has a perfect family.
Even without all this shit, the Ambers are far from perfect. James is an elitist asshole, and Rose lets him walk all over her.
Maybe. What Rachel needs, though, is not to have her father taken away from her.
He doesn't
It's
deserve...
not about James. It's not about me, and it's not about you. It's about Rachel. Tell her what James did, and you'll be killing him for her. You understand that? don't you? You lost your father. Do you really want to put Rachel through that?
The worst mistake you ever made was giving Rachel up. That's what you said in your letter to her.
You read that.
You don't have to make the same mistake twice.
Nothing can change the mistakes I made. I'll never get to be Rachel's mother. Not really. But there's one thing I can still do for her. The only thing I can do. Let me give her the father she deserves. The one who raised her, protected her. The one who loves her more than anything. You can do whatever you want, Chloe. You have the power. What you have to decide is whether you're going to protect Rachel or cause her even more hurt. So please, tell her I was never here. Let her have what peace she can without me.
Wait! Don't go, Sera.
I'm done here. Goodbye, Chloe.
Hello?
Hi, Chloe. Rachel's just fallen asleep.
I know she'll be thrilled to see you when she wakes up. Maybe come back a little later.
Hey.
Go back to sleep, kiddo. You need your rest.
Can I talk to Chloe? Alone? For a minute?
Okay, sweetie. We'll be right outside.
How are you feeling? Like I got stabbed? Doc says there'll be a sick scar. Maybe a tattoo is in order. Fuck yeah. We never actually escaped, did we? We've got time. All the time in the world. So, how did everything go? Rachel, I've got to tell you something.
Yeah, my connection has been choppy. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's not anything I can control. I've been switching back and forth. We have 4 different connections in our house. I'm trying. It's just, it's not good. I'm annoyed that basically the ending was wasted, but yeah, as you can see, pretty much the entire voice cast was redone. So it's a hard choice to make. This one is not as clear-cut to me as the original Life is Strange, because in telling Rachel, like Sarah said, you're taking away the only father you're ever going to, that she's ever going to know. But at the same time, Rachel would have found out eventually, and I think it lines up with canon better that I did the lie the last time because I was more kind of coerced into it by someone who was visiting when I finished it. But I think telling Rachel the truth coincides better with the canon of them wanting to have left Arcadia Bay so badly. Essentially, if you choose to hide it from Rachel, she's happy at home and animated, and like she and Chloe wanted to leave so badly. It seems far less cut and dry for Rachel to want to leave. It just seems like they're staying. It doesn't seem like they have plans to leave. Whereas if Rachel knows the truth about her father, then it makes her more likely want to get the fuck out and as far away from him as possible. And it's not an easy choice either way. It's really not. I was just sitting here like, I don't know what to fucking do. There's a post credit sting, so we'll. Fuck my connection. So, I'm gonna give thoughts and then I'll start responding to chat. There. Okay. Let me turn the desktop audio down. Okay. So, that last choice is not... I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. I just think... I mean, these games are all about choice anyway. But This was not as clean cut for me as the original ending of Life is Strange. But I think it suits canon better because we know that Rachel wanted to leave Arcadia Bay. And I feel like having Rachel's happy family gives her less incentive to do so. I feel like James Amber having that strained relationship with his daughter, Chloe has a throwaway line of her parents are still in shock. And, they don't really want to believe she's gone. So that leads me to believe that Rachel has been threatening them that she was going to leave. Rather than, anything else. And so after she disappears, because the only real difference in those two endings, and I know it was hard for chat to see, not those of you watching on YouTube, because my connection is being a fucking piece of shit right now. But the only real difference is instead of James throwing the bottle, it's them having dinner, and Rachel just looks so happy, and Chloe's there, and she sees Rachel looking happy, and she just kind of cringes away quietly and kind of pokes at her food, knowing that she hid this from her best friend. And it's really not an easy choice. And I think both are good endings, but I think the better one is the one where Rachel and her parents have more of a rift, because that, at least to me, is more incentive for her to want to leave for LA, and the reason that they never got there, So, strangely enough, having been playing through the sequel, Life is Strange 2, which has nothing to do with Arcadia Bay, it makes a brief cameo, and that's about it. And I mean, you don't even need to play the first game. It doesn't transfer data. It just says, did you sacrifice Arcadia Bay? Yes or no? I mean, that's really... Arcadia Bay is just like a literal backdrop when two characters are talking when they're on the road. So you'll either see one that's destroyed or you'll see one that's intact. Having played, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Yeah, exactly. It's not as cut and dry for me as it was in the first Life is Strange. I feel like having played this and then The Strange Adventures of Captain Spirit, or whatever it's called, The Spectacular Adventures of Captain Spirit, or something like that, which is the prequel to Life is Strange 2, in which the main character also has no superpowers, which, by the way, I'm pissed that the only backtalk I failed was with Elliot, because I nailed it on my first go-around, and I actually got the cops to come around to the DA's office. Or to the DA's house. I got the cops to come around to the Amber residence. It's the only backtalk I failed in this entire game. I was pissed. But I wasn't gonna redo it. And I failed other ones. I failed way more the first time I played through this, and I failed Elliot's, and I was so pissed. I don't like Elliot. But, I feel like with this and with Captain Spirit, there's more heart to it without kind of the powers element. There's more heart, there's more charm. They all touch on, really, again, this is a series that's not afraid to go for the jugular. This is very much about Chloe's grief, and finding solace in someone, even if that someone may not be perfect. Rachel is very manipulative, as mad as she is at Max for leaving, Max was a better friend. But like Rachel is very manipulative. But I mean, sometimes, God, when you're in that low of a state, you know, Rachel just swept her up and let her see this world that Chloe didn't realize she could even see or have or anything. Rachel Amber is a very manipulative character, but I find her very charming despite that. Like, knowing full well, like, within the first episode, I was like, she is manipulative. My mod and I were talking about this off camera, and we both agree that we don't even think Rachel knows who Rachel is, despite the fact that she says she does. I mean, it's just... I mean, like, but yeah, sorry, back to my point. I think they do better when they kind of leave the powers alone. Like, they kind of leave the time travel and the telekinesis alone. We'll see what empathy is like in True Colors later this year. But I feel like this game had a more grounded sense. I felt like it was more charming, actually. The dialogue is still kind of like, hello, fellow kids. But it is far more realistic. It's a tighter story. It's one that hits even closer to home because it's not such an abstracted concept as, you know, what would you do if you could use time powers to save your best friend? It's, you know, how far would you go when you're so, you know, just living in a world of grief? Like, I mean, like I said, there's a reason I relate to Chloe, and then when I played Before the Storm, I realized I related to her even more. Very painfully so. A lot of moments with Chloe struck a very painful chord with me. I feel like it's more raw when there's no like superpowers involved. So strangely enough, I think they do a better job with their storytelling and their characterization when there's no superpowers to keep in mind. So I don't know, maybe that'll improve in True Colors. True Colors does look pretty promising. I also just like the idea of empathy, and Steph makes a return in empathy, in True Colors, and I'm excited to see Steph again. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the ending montage is the same. Like, you see a lot of the same. You see the same thing. You see David proposing. You see Rachel getting her tattoo on her leg. You see Chloe dyeing her hair blue. You see them hanging out. I mean, it's all the same stuff. It's just that one choice. But I felt like that lined up more with Chloe's need to leave and why she would get involved with Frank, which this did nothing but cement my love of Frank. Frank is best side character. So yeah, I just feel like I just I don't know, man. This is a rough one. This is a rough one for multiple reasons. Because it's so real. It's more the final decision is harder to make because it's so real. Because I was talking with Maud while all this was happening, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and she's like, well, there is no right or wrong answer. And it's like chat said, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But yeah, Heresy. I like this more than I like this more than the original Life is I really love the story of Chloe growing into the Chloe that we know in the first one. And I think one of the things that was maybe missing was that, like, I chose to see Rihanna DeVries. I think she did a fantastic job as Chloe. You could tell it was a different voice actress, but I think she did an amazing job. I think a little bow on top would have been like Rihanna DeVries is like the Chloe in between, like without Max, essentially. And then Ashley Birch is the Chloe with Max around, because in the bonus episode that I unlocked, it's Max and Chloe the day that William dies. And it's a farewell, essentially, to the entire series. So I think the best bow on top would have been to maybe even just take a line from the original Life is Strange. I don't know if they could have done this because there were different developers. Square Enix was just the publisher. But if they just would have had some kind of line that was like significant to happen right before the call, where you see Chloe calling Rachel and you see Rachel's phone ringing in Jefferson's dark room. I think having like an Ashley Birch line from the first game, just to kind of echo that, you know, like we're going back into Life is Strange 1, you know, kind of would have been like a nice little bow on top. But I'm not heartbroken. I wasn't like, oh, ruined everything, you know, like Rihanna DeVries did a fucking phenomenal job. But that's how I choose to see her Chloe, is the Chloe without Max, and Ashley Birch is the Chloe with Max. But yeah, Heresy. I like this more than the original Life is Strange, but it does kind of need the original Life is Strange to work. Something I was wondering is that if Samantha Myers, the girl that Nathan ended up going out with, was one of the victims, one of his and Jefferson's first victims. And my mod did some digging. I meant to dig, but my mod dug before I could, because my question like nagged at her. And she found out that there is a binder. Jefferson does have a binder named Samantha, but Samantha's voice actress came out and said that it is not her. It was not her character. So we can only assume that, I guess, that Samantha graduated and left Nathan alone. She could have been older. I'm guessing that's why we don't see Steph and Drew and Mikey. Because we would have seen Mikey in the original, because he would have hung out with Warren. So, I mean, I'm guessing Elliot left after all that, because they were sophomores. They were the same age. Elliot gave me instant creeper vibes from the beginning, so I wasn't... I was just like, stay away, please. But yeah, so we've got one more thing left, and that's the bonus episode, and that will be next time, and that only takes about an hour. The bonus episode only takes about an hour, and then I'll do the Stardew after that. But yeah, I'm sorry to everybody in stream for the really choppy ass connection. But thankfully I have been recording, so it is on YouTube. Oops, sorry, I got a bunch of text messages. Okay. And with perfect timing, my food is here. So, Alt Tab. It's the only way I can leave. So for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much. And I will see you guys next time for the bonus episode. Take it easy.